Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. The empath group meeting is coming up on the 30th of this month. There are still spaces available. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to connect with fellow like-minded empaths, share a bit about your story, perhaps build connections, exchange business cards or social media details, and have some people to stay in touch with along your healing journey, which will help. You all connect so well in the comment section. This is just bringing that forth into a video call, you see. So check that out. Also, I'm back running one-to-one sessions. If you want me to shed some light on your current situation, you need a bit more of a personal touch on your situation, you can always reach out and book a one-to-one session. And also, I'm running crisis email support for those of you that don't wish to be on a video call and you prefer to just converse via email. You can also book the crisis email support. All the links for these what I've mentioned will be in the description box below. Thank you. You've got to understand about why the narcissist chose you. You see, you've really got to understand why the narcissist chose you. First things first, they had other people on their radar, right? They had other people on their radar when they chose you. You wasn't just the only person around them, right? Also, on top of that, right, they had to put on a whole act, right? Which is it's not that easy for them to do, right? They had to change their whole personality. They had to mirror you, you know, they had to change everything about them to connect with you. And you've got to understand why they chose you. They chose you because you are different. You're not like the rest of the people that they encounter. You're something totally, totally different, right? These dusty weirdos, they saw you as an opportunity. They did see you as an opportunity. They're opportunistic in nature, right? But they come across you when they had other people on their radar and they realized to themselves that they're going to choose you, right? And they decided to love bomb you. They decided to mirror you. They decided to future fake with you. They decided to do all of these things, right? But this is because of how special you actually are. You're a rarity, you know? This is why the narcissist chose you, you know? They knew you were something different. They knew they stumbled upon something totally, totally different when they found you, you know? They knew this, right? So none of you need to although they faked and they lied and they love bombed and they mirrored you and they done these things, right? They done that from a place, now some of you may disagree, but they done that from a place of interest in you. You see, if they come up to you and said, "Hi, I'm a narcissist. I like to manipulate people, gaslight people, devalue people," you know, like, you wouldn't have been interested in them. They had to put on a whole song and dance, a whole facade to make you interested in them, you know? They knew if they showed you their true colors of what they really are, you wouldn't be interested in them, you know? And that does affect their self-esteem because they fundamentally, they know that their true nature isn't appealing to you, you know? And that's what slightly angers them throughout the relationship. They know that they've put on this facade. They know they've made themselves out to be something they're not, right? And it's quite, it does affect their self-esteem knowing, because deep down they know that you don't really like them. You like the person who they're pretending to be, you know? You like the person who they're pretending to be. But they chose you for a long list of reasons. your empathetic nature, your love, your care, your supply. You know, they were attracted to you. They were attracted to the inside and outside of you. They liked your character. They liked a lot of things about you, right? But a narcissist involved in your life doesn't just settle with that, you know? They can't just take someone for who they are. They want to change them, you know? They wanted to condition you so you're codependent upon them, so you need them. Because throughout the whole situationship, they felt like they need you. So they wanted to put you in a similar frame of mind where you need them. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. This will help with the algorithm, just like the video is being shown to you. It will help show it to someone else. So I would appreciate any support with that. Thank you. But honestly, you've only got to think back to the very beginning. You know, they come across you however you met. You met in person, you met on a dating app, you met at work, or however you met, they saw you and they're like, wow. You know? And the thing is, what happens through the process is you become a totally different person. From the influence of the narcissist involved in your life, you lose a bit of yourself. You lose who you are. You lose your essence. You know, they take this away from you. They try to steal your light. You know, they take this away from you. So this is why the inevitable end of the relationship needs to happen. If it hasn't happened already, you need to get away from them. And for those of you that are already out, count your blessings of being out of that relationship. You know, because this is the time for you to have that opportunity to rebuild yourself again. You know, and when you rebuild yourself, they'll be coming knocking at your door. You know, they see you rebuild yourself. They see you shining bright again. They see you getting better. They'll be coming back. Right? It's just the way, this is the nature of the narcissists that are involved in your life. It's just the way they operate. Right? But honestly, I'm not saying you're special because a narcissist chose you. I'm saying that a narcissist is switched on enough to realize the blessing that you behold. Right? In your nature and who you are. They're switched on enough to see that. Right? They know that. They can tell. They can pick up on signs. It's just in your actions. It's just in the way you do things. Right? Something totally different. Right? And, you know, throughout the relationship, you might have been someone, for example, let me just bring up an example. How can I put this? You might have been someone that had no trust issues, wasn't insecure. You know, you trusted your partner, wasn't insecure. You know, you didn't go through their phone. You wasn't like that, you know, and they may have been someone who started going through your phone, trying to make you jealous. Like, they'll go through your phone because they don't trust you, and then they'll do things like trying to make you jealous, like they're going with someone else or playing these games. And they could have turned you into someone who's very insecure, someone who checks people's phone, someone who has no trust, right? All in a very short space of time, they could have turned you into this. And that's what I'm saying. It's important for you to rebuild yourself back to who you are, because what actually happens when after you've been involved with a narcissist in your life is you will actually become who you was before, but a heightened version of that, a new enhanced version of that, a 2.0. You will become a better version of yourself, right, than you previously was. But you'll have the essence of who you was initially, and you'll have the innocence about you of who you was initially, right? And that's a perfect place to aim towards, right? You don't want to be staying in that mind state of the narcissist involved in your life. You don't want to be staying in the mindset of the effects that the narcissist had on your life, right? You know, you don't want to be staying there. You've got to try and aim to break from that. But like, regardless how it ended, if you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you cut them off because they become too toxic, all you need to think back to is why they chose you. And you still are that person. You know, they chose you for a whole host of reasons, a whole variety of reasons. And you still are that person. That is you, right? You wasn't lying. You wasn't manipulating. You wasn't deceiving. They were deceiving you. They were making out they were on the same page as you. They were making out that they felt the same way you did. They were lying. They were deceiving, right? They did feel a strong connection to you. You know, they weren't lying about that. They felt a very, 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 very strong connection to you, you know? And they realize that you're someone totally different to most of the people they encounter in the world, right? So always remember that. Always remember that. And that's part of that is why I always tell you, if they move on, if they go on with a new supply, if they do these things, you don't need to worry too much about it. Because you never get a second chance to make first impressions, you know, and first impressions are long lasting, right? And you made solid first impressions on this narcissist involved in your life, and it's not something they're easily going to forget. They're just not going to forget that. Sorry. So, sorry. So however it's the vape, sorry. So however they treated you towards the end, the name calling, the belittling, the devaluing, all of that was to try and disturb your spirit and the makeup of who you are, you know? If you was truly that, they wouldn't have chose you. They tried to make you into that, you see? Like I mentioned, how they tried to make you insecure, how they tried to make you have no trust, how they tried to make you, you know, worry, and they tried to turn you into this person who's like that when you wasn't like that in the beginning. You wasn't like that at all, you know? And they were attracted to that, and they wanted to destroy you. You see? So what it's about is becoming who you was before, right? Which is possible. It's easy. You can do it, right? You can become who you was before, and you're going to have a new enhanced version with discernment, the ability to judge well, and you're going to have a whole new version of yourself, but you're going to have that same essence that you used to have before. I'm not saying this happens overnight. It's going to happen. It's going to take a little bit of inner work. It's going to take a little bit of time to get to that place, but it will happen, right? So aim for that. Just remember, wherever you are in your journey, remember that narcissist had other suppliers that they could have gone to. They chose you. You wasn't a mistake. They chose you decisively for a reason. They knew that you topped these other suppliers that they had on their radar. They knew that. You topped them in all aspects, right? They knew that about you, right? So never, never, never believe this belittling devaluation at the end of the relationship. That's just what a narcissist tries to do that's involved in your life. They try to affect your self-esteem, affect your self-worth, make you feel worthless, make you feel like nothing. That's how they want you to feel, because truly they feel that way about themselves. They've always felt that way through the entirety of the relationship. Like I said before in an earlier segment, they always realized that you never liked them for who they truly were, because they were putting on an act, because they were putting on a facade, you know. They always knew that you never liked them for who they truly were, so they wanted to try and destroy you, you know. They wanted to try and destroy you. So look, focus on trying to become who you was before. It will happen naturally. I'm just telling you that if you bear this in mind, it's going to help you tremendously, because you're going to know in the direction you're heading. Friends will say to you one day, it's going to happen one day, you'll go out with some friends or some family, and they're going to say, wow, you're like how you was before. And you're going to think, wow, okay, Zion was right. Zion was right. Friends and family will notice it in you before you probably even notice it in yourself. You just have this essence about you, about who you was before. You know, they'll notice this about you. So anyway, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to join the Empath group meeting at the end of the month on the 30th, you know, it's going to be a great opportunity for you. If you want a one-to-one session with myself for me to shed some light on your current situation, or you'd like some email support from the crisis email support, you can contact me on any of the links below. And if you'd like to donate or support to the channel, the link for that is also in the description box. And if you'd like to know more about You Are the Narcissist Karma, here's why, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.